The final stand for the Ukrainian city of Mariupol began this week as Russian forces entered the hulking Azovstal steel plant at the heart of the besieged city, where thousands of Ukrainian soldiers and civilians have been hiding for weeks. Heavy, bloody battles are being fought, said Captain Sviatoslav Palamar, the deputy commander of the Ukrainian forces inside the plant, in a video released Thursday on Telegram. The Azovstal plant has become the epicenter of the battle for Mariupol. Ukrainian officials say that Russian forces entered Azovstal for the first time on Tuesday, just days after about 150 civilians were evacuated in a convoy organized by the United Nations and International Committee of the Red Cross. With fighting now inside the plant, efforts to evacuate the remaining civilians have intensified. We are negotiating and hope to continue rescuing people from Azovstal, from Mariupol. There are still civilians, women, children, said Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky in his overnight address Thursday. Zelensky has called on Russia to commit to a longer ceasefire in order to evacuate civilians. It takes time to just lift people out of those basements, out of those underground shelters. In the current conditions, we cannot use special equipment to clear the debris, he said. First operational in 1933, Azovstal is one of the largest metal plants in Europe. For decades, it was key to the Soviet Union's railroad system and shipbuilding efforts. It was privatized in the 1990s after Ukraine's independence. The massive complex of warehouses, railroad tracks and industrial-strength furnaces sits on 4 square miles along Mariupol's coast, across the river from the city's downtown district. Before the invasion, the plant employed more than 10,000 people, according to company documents. Buried underneath the plant is a network of bunkers and tunnels dating back to the Soviet era. For weeks, these subterranean spaces have become shelters for hundreds of civilians, many of them Azovstal employees and their family members. Evacuees describe the tunnels as an enormous maze, like a big city, too dark and tangled to navigate. You couldn't see what was in front of you, so you stay in places you know, said Naya Krylova, a 14-year-old who evacuated this week to Zaporizhzhia with her mother, Anna. Azovstal has been a battleground before. German forces attacked the plant during World War II. In 2014, employees at the plant took shelter in the underground bunkers when separatists tried to take Mariupol.